I'm extremely happy to invite you this early morning to the webinar through our EBS Smart Academy, which has got the title The Second Life of Your Alarm System, Wi-Fi Smart Transmitter. During our webinar, I would like you, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to put your comments and inquiries, questions, so that after the presentation, and maybe sometimes during the presentation, we can comment it. So EBS Security Business Solution is offering up a complete EBS ecosystem. What does it mean? It means that we got both hardware, we got software, and of course middleware. So everything is made by ourselves, and we are offering the clients just the complete ecosystem. There are four kinds of the communicators or the transmitters. We call them smart transmitters in our EBS family. One of them is basic kind of transmitters, and then power, dual power, classic transmitters. Those transmitters bring different benefits for security agencies. As you see, they are very easy to integrate with other systems. The integration is done within the majority of the monitoring stations. There are time savings. And they are giving possibility to customize our software for the service providers. We got as well for remote management. We got different utilization ideas of the previous generation alarm systems with our software systems. All of the communicators are very clearly and vividly shown there on the first slide. As you see, we got basic transmitters, we got a classic power, dual power. What is the difference between those kinds of transmitters? Well, the difference is like we got 2G modem, 3G modem, 4G modem. Some of the communicators got the power supply on the board, some without. Some are equipped with the power with the plastic casings, and some got two SIMs. So all this is quite clear, and it's there at your say disposal in the table in the presentation, which we will later on share with you. The question is, what are the customers of case studies which we can offer your attention? One of them is for your usage from Polish markets, where we're happy to share it. So, as you know, many users have a traditional alarm system. In order for them to enjoy the new features, they need to replace the entire alarm system, expensive and time-consuming operation. The transmitters are installed so far that they are used only for transmission alarm using the one-way transmission. So it's done via PSTN, radio, GSM. This issue doesn't allow the users to offer the existing customers remote control service using the mobile application in accordance with the well-connected trend. And here, in this aspect, they are looking for modern solutions. They don't want a monthly cost increase. They do not accept the cumbersome costly installation of a new alarm control panel. They would like to operate their system remotely through an application. They usually have a home office Wi-Fi, good Wi-Fi network. And here are the simple solution at your hand. So an alternative to all these problems is to add a smart IP transmitter, WN, which will give you a second life to your traditional alarm system. How it's done? Let us see on the following slides. The Wi-Fi transmitter is connected wirelessly with the home control panel, then by Wi-Fi with AMC receiver, which allows the AMC to connect via internet with end user using the mobile software via security application, allowing two-way communication, which makes a complete ecosystem solution. What are the added values for your old alarm system when we are using a WX2B Wi-Fi transmitter? So first of all, it allows you remotely arm and disarm the system. It allows you to check the history, what time the child came back from home, for example. It will detect, it will give you information which detector triggered the system. It shows you very detailed history events through local verification. And all of these features are giving really very handsome and very in this time demanding feature like a sense of comfort and security. Extension of services with a mobile application are there at your hand using these benefits of the Wi-Fi communicators. They're retaining existing customers. There is an option as well to add a fee for using the mobile application. It is a one-off cost in the form of the purchase of a Wi-Fi transmitter, which is quite cheap. Using the Wi-Fi network on the client side, which all around the world right now nowadays is quite well working, and there are no questions, no problems of just to use it instead of the GSM network, in this case of the business. And right now we would like to tell you where you could use our Wi-Fi transmitter. So because it enhances the usage of Wps transmissions in places where there is no good quality of GSM networks, or customers for personal reasons don't want to use GSM transmission, we are offering our Wi-Fi communicator, which allows remote management and maintenance of different systems in the residential, commercial, and office sectors. Right now, I'm happy to give a floor to Artur Jura, our technical support department coordinating manager, which right now who will tell us about technical issues of the Wi-Fi transmitter and approach to us the technical features, technical benefits, as well as commercial benefits of the whole ecosystem usage.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you, all attendees. Today, I will technical aspects of Wi-Fi transmitter.
Right. So, how can we make configuration of the Wi-Fi transmitter, Artur? What tools do we need in that case?
I start from configuration. Wi-Fi transmitter, like most of the EBS transmitters, could be configured by cables. So we can use for this mini proc or super proc or GD proc. Wirelessly, we can configure via Bluetooth by mini proc. After the first configuration, we can change the parameters and setting remotely through EBS config and OSM server. So we should set up the parameters to connect EBS config to OSM server, as on the below picture.
Right. So do we need a password to download EBS config? I think you will tell me when you will show the whole scheme. Come on.
So we can download our software and manual from our website. But first, what we need to do, we need to register. After that, we can download all necessary files, even the presentation from today's webinar.
What can we do when we have downloaded EBS config in our computer?
If we have already downloaded EBS config and installed on our computer, then we can start setting up parameters of our transmitter. I will focus on the first window. There are the most important parameters like access to OSM server. What is important, user code. If we would like to use mobile application, we should set up user code. I will show later where we use it in application. Of course, we should set up the access for Wi-Fi network, name and password. However, if we don't know the password for our Wi-Fi network, or even sometimes we don't know the name of our Wi-Fi network, then we can use the Wps function.
So what is WPS, Arthur? Will you tell us, please?
This function make a connection transmitter to our net very simple. We need to just press button on router and the button WPS on our transmitter, and transmitter automatic connect to our Wi-Fi network.
Great. How digital transformation is being done, Arthur? What way is made?
Digital transformation. So our transmitters simulate analog phone lines. So we change the signal from analog to digital form. We need just two wires connected to control panel, to terminals ring and tip, and we can receive all events and alarms through transmitter through OSM to monitoring software.
Thank you very much, Arthur, for your explanation of the most important technical issues of our webinar presentation. Now I will tell you that we got additional revenue stream for our clients, which is called Is Security Application mobile application. As you see, the application hours gives opportunities to arm and disarm objects from your smartphone from any place in the world. You can imagine, but it's really fantastic that you could, from Africa, manage the system in Central Asia, in America, in Europe, whatever you want. You could manage those and outputs easily. You can get a list of all sites of your company. The application is quite easily customized. It is very user-friendly. It got history log and push notifications. So all those features are giving you extremely fantastic, excellent selling point in your everyday business. Arthur, how can we start using the EBS security application, please?
If we have downloaded from Google Store and install on our mobile phone EBS security application, then we can add our transmitter. So we should provide the serial number of transmitter and the user code, which I mentioned before in the EBS config. On the second screen, we can edit the object. We can upload the photo of object. We can name the object, inputs, and setting up the arming and disarming function. The third screen is user screen. So as a user, we can arm and disarm our control panel. We can see the picture of our object as well the status of our system. So the status of the inputs and the power. On the last screen, we see the events, the alarms, which came from our transmitter. For instance, we can see the triggered input one. Second life of the control panel. It is in this scheme, we can see the electrical connectivity by transmitter to DST control panel. Thanks to that, we can arming and disarming control panels. First wire connect Z1 to out of our transmitter. Z1 is from the DSC and out in our transmitter. But we have to remember to switch on the function key switch arm in the control panel. For instance, it is DSC control panel. The second wire from PGM1 to in1 of transmitter tell us about the status of our control panel. Is it armed or disarmed? For example, if somebody armed by key fob, we receive this information, and in our app we refresh the status of the control panel. So in a simple way, we can update the system for the second way of communication and for the mobile app. Summarizing the technical parameters, Wi-Fi transmitter has 4 inputs, parameterized inputs. One input for DTMF, which simulates the phone line. One output where we can connect siren or relay for switching on-off lights and open gate. Communication Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz, transmission encrypted. Our transmitter we can use in 3 models. First, as self-monitoring using mobile application and EBS cloud system. The second model is monitoring by professional security company. We need local installation of OSM and communication to monitoring software. Usually it is contact ID format. The third model is hybrid, so self-monitoring plus service of security company. I would like to ask you, Igor, why people should use EBS system?
Thank you very much, Doctor, for your question. And for sure, after the technical presentations, the commercial side is coming into the light. I would like to show you all those benefits why our customers are preferring to use the Wi-Fi transmitters. So first of all, the answer is simple. Because of the simple installation and configuration, so we just push on the WPS button and here we go, it starts functioning. Second, because of the high-speed TCP connection, it really makes fabulous business, all the data are being transmitted quite quickly. Third, just because it's a free communication channel internal, so you don't pay money as for the GSM for connection every single month. What's its reliable board of the most popular LX2NB transmitter, which is quite small and handy. Well, the size as you see on the screen is just 10 to 7 centimeters. Just because of the standard configuration tools, EBS config, which we showed you during the presentation, very easy, friendly, and handy. And at the very competitive price, because there is no GSM modem, and I think it's one of the cheapest transmitters in the market which could be obtained for this kind of fantastic features. Right, so during our webinar, ladies and gentlemen, you saw a lot of interesting information about our hardware, software, firmware, about the whole ecosystem. And what do you think, how can we together with you, ladies and gentlemen, with you, my dear partners, can win? What do you think of those features are that important nowadays, especially during the COVID-19 situation? So I think it's because you will tell me here, you got for the products of very, very high quality. Thank you, because you are a trustworthy and reliable partner. Yeah, it comes without any saying. It is because of you as well, very good business partners. I'm really happy to see all of you, especially on our webinars, who take participation all the time. It's just because of the aftermarket service. Yeah, and it is because of the qualified technical support. Thank you very much, but I think right now it comes the time to look into the questions and comments which you, my dear attendees, put to us from the very beginning. Right now I see, together with Arthur, that first question was, Arthur, I'm just putting it to you once again. How many transmitters can be used in EBS security application?
Igor, there's no limit, so we can use as many as we want transmitters in our application.
Fantastic, I like it very much. Another question which comes is, can we use in the same application platform control panels and separately transmitters?
Yes, of course. We can use in one application EBS security, control panels, AVA Pro, and EBS transmitters as well.
Thank you very much. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to terminate the presentation. We would like to look into the questions and comments which we have recorded already, which are just on the way to be put from your side. So let's look into the questions which we got some more. I would like as well